Vidyalaya, Dr. Santosh Dhar, Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, SEEE, Dr. Anand Rajawat, Director, SVIIT, SEEE, Chairperson, KAUSHAL 3.0, all the directors, HOIs, HODs, distinguished speakers, invited guests, faculties, and participants. A very good afternoon to everyone. I, Rani Singh, welcome you all on behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya to the valedictory ceremony of KAUSHAL 3.0, a CSI national level student conclave on theme Digital Revolution during Pandemic. To make this occasion happier, I would like to request Dr. Santosh Dhar, Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, to virtually welcome our chief guest, Ms. Ekta Jaffrey, Design Director, Group Manager, IBM iX, Global Business Service, IBM. Over to technical team. Shut up, sir.
Would you like me to speak now?
No, ma'am, there's a welcome video.
Okay. All right.
I think there is a problem.
Rani, you can move on. It must have got held up, no?
Okay, ma'am. Collective work is the secret behind the progress that KAUSHAL 3.0 has seen. Now, I would like to request Mr. Chetan Chauhan, Assistant Professor, SVIIT, to present report of KAUSHAL 3.0. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Is this PPT visible?
Not yet.
Yes, it's visible now.
It's visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening, one and all. Today I am representing report of the KAUSHAL 3.0. I am Chetan Chauhan, Assistant Professor in CSE Department. A CSE National Level Student Conclave KAUSHAL 3.0, organized on 25th to 26th November 2021 at Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, hosted by CSI Indore Chapter and CSI Student Branch SEEE Indore. KAUSHAL 3.0 is sponsored by CSI of India Student Branch. Conclave theme was Digital Revolution during Pandemic is of great importance because of the digital technology application is transforming every walk of the life. It is our great honor and privilege to organizer of National Level Student Conclave, CSI Student Branch of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, is one of the most active branch with large number of student members and activities. We have the inaugural session. Dr. Upendra Dhar, Vice Chancellor, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, virtually welcome to chief guest, sponsor, judge, and participant. In his welcome address, he briefed the importance of digital transformation. Chairperson of KAUSHAL 3.0, Dr. Anand Rajawat, gave brief introduction to KAUSHAL 3.0. He detailed about program offered by Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information Technology with industry collaboration like IBM, Red Hat, National Cyber Safety and Security Standards, NCSSS, Cisco, Impetus, Apple, and Microsoft with recent industry requirement on big data and analytics, cloud and mobile computing, enterprise system, cyber security, blockchain and data science, information system and artificial intelligence. He shared the objective of this state convention is to provide a phenomenal opportunity for the student and importance of the platform of state student convention. Our chief guest of KAUSHAL 3.0, Dr. Raju L. Kanchibotla, Secretary in CSI of India and Director at Logic Designer Private Limited, Hyderabad, Telangana. India highlighted the need for the digital revolution that in the COVID-19 pandemic, how educational institutes effectively transform formal education into online education with the help of virtual classes and other pivotal online tools. This is possible by the cheaper rate of internet in our country. At the end, the word of thanks were proposed by Mr. Avdesh Kumar Sharma, co-convener KAUSHAL 3.0. Now we have the different type of activities in the KAUSHAL 3.0. The first activity is idea poster startups. On first day of conclave, total 23 participants were participate in idea and poster design. It is related to recent digital technology advertised in the field of IT and social problem. Senior professor and person from the industry evaluate the participant. The judge for the idea poster and startup were Ms. Dipali Rana, Marketing Executive, Allsoft Solution and Service Private Limited. Professor Saurabh Jain, Professor SVICA, Indore. Professor Sudeshan Dubey, Assistant Professor, SVIA, Indore. Our next activity is project contest. On the first day of conclave, total 54 participants were participate in the project contest. In this event, UG/PG students present their project along with the running code. The project presentation primarily focused on the innovative approach, technical expertise, benefit for the development of society, application and real-time wide usage of project. Senior professor and person from industry evaluate the projects. The judges for project contest were Mr. Aman Bakshi, IBM subject matter expert, business intelligence. Ms. Tanushri Datta, assistant consultant, TCS. Dr. Saurabh Sharma, associate professor, SVIIT. Now we have research publication and article activities. On the second day of conclave, participants of research paper and article work submitted their work. In this event, participants presented research publication and articles. Senior professor and persons from industries reviewed the research paper. The judges for the research papers and article were Mr. Aman Bakshi, IBM subject matter expert, business intelligence, Dr. Anand Singh Rajawat, associate professor, SVIIT, Dr. Reena Gupta, associate professor, SVICA. Our next activity is programming contest. On second day of conclave, total 23 participants were participate in programming contest. In this contest, the participant had to find out various bugs in the given code and had to remove them all. Program statement given on the spot to the participant for which the participant had written code for a given problem. The judges are Mr. Rahul Burji, head client relation and analyst, IBM Thinking Mohali, Professor Surendra Gupta, associate professor, SGITS Indore, Professor Sudarshan Dubey, assistant professor, SVICA. Now, at last we have technical quiz. On the second day of conclave, total 44 participants were participate in technical quiz. The quiz was restricted in information and communication technology and computer science. This event primarily focused on the participant ability to give correct answer of all the given question during the limited period of time. Now, we have workshop also. On first day of conclave, total 46, and second day of convention, total 216 participants were participate in technical workshop. Workshop related to recent digital technology, advancement in the field of IT. Workshop topic focused on Flutter and cloud computing. Resource person of the workshops were Ms. Nikita Gandhi, Flutter expert, Google India, Mr. Shaunik Sakar, technical head, Ardent Computech Private Limited. We have different type of institutes who are participate in the KAUSHAL 3.0. More than 200 participants from various institutes across the India in KAUSHAL 3.0, including Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana are participate. These are the list. First one is the Acropolis Institute of Technology Research in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, Aura University, Surat, Gujarat, Cyber Space, GSS Institute of Engineering and Technology for Women, Metagally, Mysore, Jyotismati Institute of Technology and Science, Karimnagar, Telangana, Kongunda College of Engineering and Technology, Tholuparthi, Tamil Nadu, Mala Reddy College of Engineering, Hyderabad, Telangana, Modern College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Pune, Maharashtra, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh, PDA College of Engineering, Gulbarga, Karnataka, PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Silvarpatti, Tamil Nadu, Quantum University, Mandawar, Roorkee, Uttarakhand, Shobhit University, Saranpur, Uttar Pradesh, and Shri Vaishnav Institute of Technology and Science, Indore, MP. SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, SRR, Symbiosis Institute of Computer Studies and Research, Pune, Maharashtra, Symbiosis International University, Pune, Maharashtra, the North Cape University, Gurgaon, Haryana, Vela Manar Engineering College, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Vishwakarma Government Engineering College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research, Indore, Madhya Pradesh, Aura University, Surat, Gujarat, GSS Institute of Engineering and Technology for Women, Metagali, Mysore, Jyotismati Institute of Technology and Science, Karimnagar, Telangana, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh, PDA College of Engineering, Gulbarga, Karnataka, PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Silvarpatti, Tamil Nadu, Quantum University, Mandawar, Roorkee, Uttarakhand, Shobhit University, Saranpur, Uttar Pradesh. These are the colleges, and we have the renowned sponsorship. First one is the CSI, Computers Society of India Student Branch, IEEE MP subsection, TCS, Ardent Computing Private Limited, Kolkata, Microsoft and HP partner, College Dunia, Digito ADS Solution, Race Technology, Appin Technology, CH Edge Makers, Universal Informatics, Silica Indore, CSI SB SVV, MyFM, Developer Student Club, DSC, Microsoft Student Club. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the next step, I would like to call our respected Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Santosh Dhar, to address us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rani. Chief guest on the occasion, Ms. Ekta Jaffrey, Design Director, Group Manager, IBM iX Global Business Services, IBM. Dr. Anand Rajawat, Director, SPIIT and Chairperson, KAUSHAL-3.0-National. HOIs, HODs of constituent institutes, faculty members, participating students from different institutions, a warm welcome to the valedictory session of KAUSHAL 3.0, a CSI national level student conclave on the theme Digital Revolution During Pandemic. Digital technology has permeated every aspect of modern life. This revolution has led to life-changing innovations. The world has shrunk as people are connected by an ever-enveloping web of data and information. News spreads around the world in milliseconds. The latest scientific findings are online within minutes of acceptance. The ability to think critically and evaluate claims skeptically has been challenged as never before. On March 11, 2020, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 to be a global pandemic. This was immediately followed by cascading effects of illness, death, unemployment, healthcare delivery alterations, school closings, and many other events that altered every aspect of life across the world. Despite the catastrophic effects of the pandemic, digital revolution and the use of digital technology broke down the barriers and facilitated in addressing the havoc to a great extent. During the pandemic, social isolation helped to mitigate the disease, but the digital technology prevented the disconnection of business, social, educational, medical, and commercial sectors. The availability of various technologies at disposal helped to connect us with our friends and relatives. Digital technology enabled to educate children. Businesses were able to conduct meetings and maintain employment. People shopped with apps, securing groceries, food deliveries, and other essentials. Swiftly, the delivery of healthcare changed to allow patients to connect with their physicians. They were able to connect in real time, securely, and from their electronic devices. Telemedicine has been an unknown entity in the healthcare industry, but during the pandemic, it helped to reduce barriers in diagnosis, investigations, and treatment, in addition to allowing patients the benefit of staying at their homes, decreasing risks of infection. Physicians have been advocated for telemedicine, which allowed the platforms to be readily available when needed. The need has been never so essential as it was found during pandemic. The issues surrounding healthcare have not changed, but the digital revolution has helped to some extent to address the issues. Notable trends that are advancing advocacy include online platforms, video conferencing, virtual town hall discussions. Educational institutions adapted to an increasing digital world, such as in the development of online learning modules, which are critical in empowering the students. The educational and informational resources are of paramount importance to everybody who seek to use virtual environments. The most critical barriers to knowledge and education have been broken down by technology. Digital technology is fundamental to the changes to our working and lifestyles. Technology has provided virtual platforms that facilitate members remain updated, educated, and connected. Leveraging new technology is looking forward to increasing engagement with the community, the key stakeholders in advancing quality of life. Working in every sphere has already embraced the tremendous changes which this pandemic has enforced. Its shock waves have spread across all domains of life. It has now left us asking, what is next in technology that can change landscape of society? What can digital revolution mean to society in future? This conclave was organized to give a platform to young minds, pan-India, to share their novel ideas and show a way forward what can be the next. I'm sure that these 2 days would have been days of great learning for each one of you. It must have given you enough food for thought to ponder upon till you participate in next portion. Thank you all. Over to Rani.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a matter of great honor and pride that we have with us Ms. Ekta Jaffrey, Design Director, Group Manager, IBM iX, Global Business Service, IBM, as our chief guest. Now, I request Mrs. Isha Chopra, Assistant Professor, SVIIT SVVV, to read the profile of our chief guest. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, all the dignitaries. I, Isha Chopra, welcome you all on behalf of Shri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya in the national level student conclave KAUSHAL 3.0. Now I glad to welcome and introduce our chief guest, Ekta Jaffrey. I request technical team to start the presentation. Ekta Jaffrey is a design director in IBM iX. She completed her graduation from Delhi University and then got certification in usability testing. She is having vast experience in industry and academics. Some of them are, she worked as a usability analyst, design thinking coach, product designer, and strategist. She has been a storyteller who works to translate your vision into a usable, monetizable product. She guides UX strategy to meet the business goals. She is a design thinker. She is a design thinker at large, helping clients get to know their audiences better and innovating collaboratively to apply the framework to a variety of different. She designed 2 successful business platforms for services aggregation, hospital services and financial services. She worked as a visiting professor of interaction design at Untitled National University. She worked extensively in the financial sector, building customer experiences across channels. She contributes to push excellence in every aspect of the UX COE, including creation, conceptualization, and management of team practices and places. She determines user goals and tasks through in-depth keyword analysis of Google AdWords, incoming search traffic, and site internal search parameters. She also constructs the information architecture of the site to represent what users are looking for on the site. She is good in content strategy, including subject analysis, targeting, profiling, and regionalization. Her involvement in pre-sales with the sales teams for client education on how brands can fit in stream with content. She building business processes that ensure successful implementation of strategies. I welcome Ekta Jaffrey ma'am in the validity session and request her to start the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for that amazing welcome. My name is Ekta Jaffrey, as mentioned, and I work as a design director with IBM iX. But what does that really mean? You know, sorry. That means that I work to design businesses from the ground up. I also work to transform businesses by design. And what does that really mean? That means that and design thinking is a tool that helps me do that. I harness intent from people. So let's say a company says, I want to become a digitally transformed company and I want to transform into another sort of business altogether. I want to pivot into a more digitally enabled company. So I harness the intent. What do they intend to do with the company? And I design the perfect way for them to do it and then implement it for them. So basically, I design businesses with IBM iX. And design thinking is the tool that I use to design businesses. And I thought it was when I got the invite for today, I thought it was a particularly delightful invite because I was told immediately that there are a lot of you who've already done the design thinking practitioner course. So I wanted to congratulate all of you to be as forward thinking as that, to think about the future and think about how you can approach it with frameworks and structured means of problem solving, like design thinking. So the way I design businesses is that I use design thinking, but I also do many other things. I'm a writer. I write for the future. So I'm a futurist who thinks about the future. What is it going to look like? And then I write fiction about it. So a couple of years ago, when I was first writing, I spoke to my mentor and I tried to understand when is it that I should position my story. There was a story that I had thought of called Sienna Tales on the Future. It's published on my blog. You can search for it. But the story that I was writing was set in a world that was working sustainably, was set in a world where data was being used in ways that they were actually benefiting the user. It was set in a world where things were really working out for humanity. So me and my mentor sat down and we said, when should we place it? So I went for 2045 or 2040. And that was my debate. My mentor went for 2030. And we debated it. We debated it for a couple of weeks. When should we place the story? A lot of things are working out. How will that happen? So after a lot of debate, we decided on going for 2030. But when we were writing it and when we were publishing it, we set it in 2030, but I didn't. Yeah, sorry about that. So I didn't firmly believe that 2030 was the time that all of this, amazing change in society, so much digital transformation, permeation of drones, permeation of digital infrastructure in buildings, in clothing, in hospital care, all of that. How will it happen? So we said we need a bridge event. We need a bridge event to bridge us to the future. And we thought, what can it be? What can it be? And then, in March, when the pandemic hit, I got a call from my mentor, and he called me and he was like, "Ekta, you know what? I think we have the bridge event." And I said, "What are you talking about, Anando? The world is falling apart. People are getting ill all over the place. It's not a good event at all. It is not. I don't think it's going to bridge us to the future." But he said, "No, it's a bridge event. Believe you me." And I sat back and I watched the world change around me. I watched companies wanting to become more digitally enabled. And I helped a lot of them do it. I'm very lucky. I'm a very lucky person to be very lucky to say that I helped a lot of companies become more digitally enabled throughout my life. But during the pandemic was when it really got accelerated. And we had the bridge event. Although it was not a positive event for the world. It's not a positive event for all of humankind, for so many people to get ill, for so many people to die, without reason, right? It's a sad event, but at the end of the day, it did bridge us to the future. And today, when I sit almost at the end of the pandemic, and I'm addressing this huge body of young people who are about to go out there and hit the industry and hit it working and make a lot of dreams, a lot of digital dreams, a lot of entrepreneurial dreams, a lot of academic dreams come true. I would like to say that, yes, the pandemic has bridged us to the future, but it hasn't bridged us all the way. We need you guys. We need all of you to be as creative as you can be, to be as entrepreneurial as you can be, to be as logical as you can be, and to be as sensitive and as sustainable and as ethical as you can be, because that's what the future needs. We have now the bridge event, which has digitally transformed many things. Last year, we did some work with kids in the rural areas to digitally enable them for education. And I also realized that there is a lot of work to be done to go up ahead, but there is a lot of work to be done to reach the grassroots. There's a lot of work to be done so that every child out there has access to a digitally enabled device and they're able to learn. And the pandemic has given us the bridge event to do that, but it needs all of us to come together, engage in much more ethical practices than the world has currently engaged in, much more sustainable practices than the world is currently engaged in, and build the future together. And the one thing that all frameworks today that bridge us to the future, you can look at futures thinking, you can look at systems thinking, you can look at multiple types of frameworks that allow you to structurally look at a problem and deconstruct it so that you can actually address the future with it. All of the frameworks have their roots in design thinking. So I would encourage all of you to learn it, to imbibe it, because today design thinking is not just a framework or a methodology to use just when you are actually coming up against a problem. Today, design thinking is a methodology that you use as a muscle. We at IBM are helping multiple organizations bridge their way to the future, build the organization that they want for the future, and they're using design thinking and agile practices to enable them to get there. And I'm very, very aware that every other organization out there is also doing the same thing. So I would say that it's a base framework that enables everybody to think in more cohesive terms and more user-centered terms. And we've learned over the years that being user-centered does make better sense, does make better business sense. So a lot of people today are using design thinking as a base methodology to work out different ways of working towards the future. And it's a very valuable methodology for all young people who are going out there. Sorry. So it's a very valuable methodology for all young people who are going out there to learn and to imbibe, so that tomorrow when you work, you may be working in finance, you may be working in HR, you may be working in tech, you may be working as a designer, you may be working as anyone. But everybody comes up against problems. And when you come up against a problem, using a very user-centered way to do it usually solves the problem to the advantage of the business as well. So it would be great. It would be advantageous for all of you to learn design thinking because it's the tool set and the methodology that helps us bridge what we do today to the future that we eventually want to be. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable knowledge with all of us and encouraging students about design thinking. It was truly a tremendous session. Now, over to you, Rani ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, this is the time we acknowledge the talent of our winners and runner-up in different events under KAUSHAL 3.0. I request technical team to display the results on screen. The winner is Hardik Sharma from SVV and the runner-up is Aditya Gajanan Balpande from SVV. Congratulations. The winner is Robin Singh Chauhan and Advik Kale from Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information Technology, and the runner-up is S. Naresh Kumar from Vilama Engineering College in Tamil Nadu. Congratulations. The coming contest, the winner is Vaidhi and Purohit from GSSS Institute of Engineering and Technology from Women Karnataka, and the runner-up is Mohit Kumar from Quantum University. Congratulations. The winner is Abhishek Tyagi and Pankaj Agnihotri from Shobit University, Meerut, and the runner-up is Tanishk Chandra and Anshul Malik from Shobit University, Meerut. Presentation contest, the winner is Robin Singh Chauhan from Sri Vaishnav Institute of Information Technology, SVV. At some contributory prize also, Ms. Tanushree Gaur is awarded for maximum number of individual participants. And SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, is awarded for most number of event participation from Outer University Award. We have different gift vouchers for all the participants of KAUSHAL 3.0. Like we have gift vouchers and scholarship by Silica, Appen Technology, CH Edgemaker, Universal Informatics. Congratulations to all the participants and winners. A good event never ends in the world. They take a pause and keep us awaiting for the next. Now, I request Chairperson of KAUSHAL 3.0, Dr. Anand Rajawat, to propose word of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rani. Good evening to all. Ms. Ekta Jafri, Design Director, Group Manager, IBM IX Global Business Services, IBM. Dr. Upinder Dhar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. Dr. Santosh Dhar, Dean FDSR, SVV Indore. Professor Vijay Prakash, Convener KAUSHAL 3.0. Professor Avdesh Kumar Sharma, Co-Convener KAUSHAL 3.0. Dignitaries from various institutes, head of the institutes, head of the departments, judges and mentors from various industries, sponsors and partners, KAUSHAL 3.0, press and media, faculty members, and my dear students. It is real and earnest, those people who sincerely and devotedly strive for the realization of their goals always succeed. I feel honored and privileged to get an opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this remarkable occasion. We deem it our proud privilege to stand before you to place on record the contribution of every noble heart towards the success of KAUSHAL 3.0. We wish to express our gratitude to Ms. Ekta Jafri, Design Director, Group Manager, IBM. Your presence and the gentle words of appreciation is a source of encouragement for all of us. We would like to extend our gratitude to Sri Purushottam Das Ji Pasari, Chancellor Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, for their kind support, motivation, and encouragement for the successful execution of KAUSHAL 3.0. I am very much thankful to Dr. Upinder Dhar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, SVV, for continuous support and advice, which have greatly helped towards the successful organization of KAUSHAL 3.0. I thank Dr. Santosh Dhar, Dean Research and Development, SVV, for their inspiring mentorship. Our special thanks to all the sponsors and partners of KAUSHAL 3.0. I thanks all the judges, mentors, and delegates for their participation, their support, their time in KAUSHAL 3.0. We would like to thanks representative from different associate partners of KAUSHAL 3.0, press and media. I am also thankful to SVV IT section for providing us with all the possible IT support towards organizing this event. Last but not least, special thanks to all the organizing committee members, all the student volunteers for their sincere effort, hard work, and dedication towards achieving excellence in organization and successful execution of KAUSHAL 3.0. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request everyone, kindly raise for national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
With this, we came to the end of valedictory session. Thank you all for your esteemed virtual presence in KAUSHAL 3.0. Please do take care of yourself. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you to all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.